Yep, y'all need a wrench. How you doing there, Collins? Is Toy Man in here yet? Still waiting on Toy Man. How you doing there, Fedo, son? Hey there, Benjo. Please head over to Mike Thompson's chat. This way. Once everyone heads out of here, I'll close this one out. And then we'll head over to Mike Thompson's chat. I'm probably in the doghouse for that one. Ooh, Sparky. Oh, he's another train guy. See you guys over there. Same thing with Vinny. Both train guys. Come on now, guys. And then Canadian Drone Hub, they're drone guys. So the train's not too loud compared to the microphone, is it? Oh, I did, Gaffer. Hey there, Ethan. Good, good. So as you can see, I've been playing around with the OBS again today. Changed the background on there and added a timer to it. Figured I'd play around with that and see how that works out. So I'm liking that a lot better. Ah, Toy Man, finally. There you go. How you doing there, Christopher? Now just waiting for Jacob to show up and the rest of the guys. Hey JNC, how's it going? And there's Jacob. Hopefully Tony comes over too. There, now things are starting to look better. Redbird Tony, there you go. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, I'm just playing around with the OBS and posted the video of the train running, so I wanted to get that on there. Switched up one of my engines because that one that you just saw right there, that one there was for some reason running real slow and hardly ever running. So I went ahead and ran that around for a while today. I just kind of call it, you know, stretching its legs. So that's what I did with that one. Then that black engine, that's pretty, that thing is just reliable. Always has been. So I like running that one around. And I ordered my lights from my building, so those should be here, they're saying by the 13th or 14th or something. So once I get those, I'm going to do a live stream of installing those. Because I want to get those into the Joplin Depot. Because I know that thing's going to look sweet, you know, once that light is turned on with them stained glass windows that's in there. And I'll get them into the rest of the buildings too. And I still need to place my Bigfoot over here. I'm going to put him in that island scene right there. I haven't put them in there yet because the only reason for that is because, you know, when I was working on it, I had the vacuum out and I was just using a regular vacuum, you know, with the hose, and I was afraid he'd get sucked up. So that's why I didn't place him in there yet. But that's where he's going. And I was over there, you know, clearing up some stuff around the town that sucked up one of my cars, and I had to go into the vacuum and dig the car out. And I tell you, nobody likes getting into a vacuum bag and digging out stuff. But it is what it is. Oh, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just use the glue for the waves and ripples that I'm going to do on the water there. And that's when I'll finally glue my boats into place. My uncle says he's going to send me another boat, so that's one of the reasons why I ain't done it yet, because I don't got it yet and I don't know what it looks like, so I don't know where to place it yet, so they're not glued in yet. And of course the scenery, I still need to come around the bend and get over towards the Joplin Depot to get them sceneries done. So that's going to make it look nice too. And I got some of the striping down on the roads for the town, but I definitely need to do more. But today when I was running the trains, there wasn't no sparky factor, which was a good thing. Of course, the other day there was. So having sparky factor left and right, but not today. And I still haven't put down my coal and stuff down where my mine is at. I plan on doing that here soon too. I've got a lot of stuff to do. I just got to find the time to do it. But it'll get done. I did really show the part of the layout that has not been worked on yet, but once I get over there, I was thinking about doing, I keep telling you guys, you know, I was thinking about doing a Kato or Kato roundhouse, but I went ahead and decided against it. I'm just going to go ahead and use my engine shed, because I didn't power the turnouts, so anytime you flip the switch, it cuts the power to that track. So I can easily park those DC locomotives over there and not have to worry about them being connected to the DCC power. So I'm just going to leave it. It doesn't make sense to put a bunch of feeders in if I don't need to. And those three houses that you see in the background there, I don't like the color of those, so I'm going to repaint those and weather them up. But that's a pretty good shot of the lake and river right there. And you can barely see the fence that I built using wire and tool. But it come out pretty good, I think, for a first time try anyway. And especially with it being N scale, because everybody knows N scale is not easy to do. No, it's not a crusty donut. You know, it's modeled after the Randy's Donuts, but I named it Tommy's Donuts. You know, for my brother who passed away and for my wife's father who passed away. Because he actually had a donut business. He had one of the franchises of the Daylight Donuts. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Daylight Donuts or not, but he had one of those franchises. And there's a good shot of the depot right there. Again, John Tanzillo 3D printed that depot back there. And I went ahead and put it together, painted it and weathered it, and put the trees and bushes and grass around there. It's actually just a piece of cardboard from a pizza box. I just went ahead and threw, what the hell you call it, plaster sheeting on there, the plaster cloth, and just painted it gray to make it look like cement. So it came out really well. So now once I get the lights put in there, that's going to look really sharp. And I learned about the stained glass windows. Ron Paris showed me how to do that. If you ever never checked out his channel, you should check it out. He does a lot of cool stuff with models too, not just railroads, but all kinds of models. And there's the distribution center back there. Then that's what I'm using for a yard, and for the track I just used Unitram track for the yard. I just thought it would work better than just putting down track and then doing spackling over it. So I kind of like that better. Are they easy to put up? Absolutely. They're actually peel and stick, but I haven't peeled and stuck them yet because I just haven't done it yet. Right now they're just being. I just got some tape, that I folded over and just tacked it for right now, but I haven't peeled and sticked it yet. But yeah, it's peel and stick, and they came from a young lady in Australia, and they are 10 feet long is what they are. So she told me that, you know, because she didn't have another piece, you know, to keep the length going. So what she did is she went ahead and mirrored the other one, so they kind of butt up to each other, and you can see where they kind of butt up right there in the back corner. And that's what I did. So I got one and I had her mirror the other one, then just put them together like that to make it 20 foot. So that worked out pretty good. And I like the scenery too. I didn't intend to have the layout so flat looking, but kind of running out of space, you know, to do some things, you know, like hills or mountains or anything. So the only real mountain I got on there right now is just the mine. And I thought about doing something there in that back corner, but I just haven't got around to it yet. That's the one good thing about having a railroad, you know, a model railroad anyway. Just work on it when you want. If you don't feel like doing something, you don't have to do it. And if you do something that, you know, that somebody don't like your wife, well, you just tell her, well, hey, it's my railroad, not yours, so too bad. Which one of the things that she doesn't like about it is me wanting to put that Bigfoot on there. But you know what? I really don't give a damn. It's my railroad and I'm putting them on there. And that's just the way it is. Yes, the backdrop does make it look a little bit hilly, which I'm glad about. But I still would have liked to have done more with foam and stuff. Which I still have the opportunity to do that there in the back corner. And every once in a while I look at it and I think to myself, you know, is there anything else I could do? You know, like maybe put in another tunnel or portal or something. So I do kind of think about that. But then if I do that, then it's going to get in the way of the scenery, you know, or the background scenery. So I kind of don't want to do that. So I don't know. We'll see as it goes along. Then a lot of the stuff, well, not a lot of it, but when I went ahead and, like those rocks that you see right there, and, you know, if you look real hard, you can see some little stumps or tree branches, whatever, down there in the river. That stuff there just came from the backyard. So that worked out good. And that black stuff there, that's just chalkboard paint that I used instead of doing something else, you know, like builder's felt, like a lot of guys do, or black cardboard. I just used black chalkboard paint. I like the way it looks. And it's easy to stick stuff on or paint stuff on. I originally just planned on freehanding the lines, but I just ain't got no steady hands to do that with, so the heck with it. And those portals you see back there in front of the mine, those are actually from Chooch. And when they package them, the package is so tight that you can actually use the package as a mold. So I just went ahead and got some plaster of Paris, poured it in there, and just made my own mold and just made something like that and didn't have to buy more. So that worked out. Yeah, hard. You know, it is a little bit hard in N scale. I got some couplers I got to do, and you know, I really just keep putting it off because I really don't want to do it because my eyes just ain't that good no more. Although I could probably, you know, use the phone to blow them up and do it that way, but when I get around to it, when I feel like it, when I'm motivated enough to really play with it, one day I'll end up doing it, but it ain't gonna be tonight or tomorrow anytime soon. Guess I won't mess with it until I need to. And I got more rolling stock, I just haven't pulled it out yet. It's just sitting under the layout, and I'll eventually get to that too. I got another crane car in there that I want to get out. And there's a few other ones, but I just haven't done it yet. My main goal right now is to get those lights done, so I want to get those lights in the buildings. Then I'll end up going ahead and put some more lights up around the industries and stuff. And, you know, through the neighborhood and through the town. I got two different kinds. I got the double-sided street lights that you kind of see right there next to the distribution center. Then just the single street pole light that you would see out there in your front yard. Yes, I know. But you can also blow stuff up on the phone too. So I was thinking about actually doing that. Now that I got that little phone stand that can sit on the table, you know, which is what I used to record this video here with, that's probably what I'll use. I got the big one for the floor too, but I haven't need to pull that one out yet. Yeah, anytime you get a building and you're able to light it up, man, absolutely light it up. I bought 20 lights, and they're LEDs and they're screw-in type, bulbs. So if they ever go bad, I can just unscrew the bulb, take it out, toss it, and throw another one in there. So that works. But these street lamps, can't do that with. If one of them breaks, you're gonna have to pull it up, cut the wire a new one in, and stick it back in there. Which it ain't no big deal, so I ain't too worried about it. I have more industries, but I just don't have no room for them. So I'm just going to use the ones that are sitting on the layout currently. Of course, I haven't decided exactly what they're going to be yet. But where they're at is pretty much where they're going to be. Guess I'll have to take a look at my rolling stock and determine whether or not I want to buy more for that or just use what I got. So I don't know. I was originally thinking about doing stuff that's, here in Joplin, Missouri, but I don't know if I'll do that or not. The one thing that I wanted to get on there for sure was the Joplin Depot. And I was able to get that on there, and that was the main thing. And again, if you guys need a building built, you need to hit up John Tanzillo. He's the one who done mine. He also did the one for Vinny, too. I don't know if you guys ever noticed the one he has on his layout, but yeah, he's got one too that John Tanzillo did. John also said he's getting a new 3D printer. He's going to get a bigger one. So you'll be able to do some stuff that's a little bit bigger than what he's doing now. And that passenger station that he has on his layout, that was built all from his 3D printer. And that thing's amazing. So y'all need to check that out if you haven't checked it out. Yeah, absolutely. Smash that like button, Support the channel if you haven't done so. Support everybody else as well, absolutely. I hope you guys like what I've done with the background on this video here. Because, again, I'm new to the OBS. I keep playing around with it and just keep adding stuff to it, so I'm liking it. Yeah, I've got... I originally had planned on scratch building mine too, to be honest with you. And I even got some of the pieces that I went ahead and cut out. But I didn't have a chopper, so all I had was a X-Acto knife. So they weren't the straightest in the world. So then I said, the hell with it. I need to get me a chopper is what I need to do. If I get me a chopper and a nibbler, I'll be in pretty good shape. And then of course I can just go ahead and order some, windows and doors off the internet. So that'll work out pretty well. But like my White Castle that's back there, I was thinking about, just doing another one that's plastic. Because that one right there, that's the card stock instead of plastic. So I thought about changing that one up. But yeah, absolutely. I definitely want to get me a chopper and a nibbler. Cool, Gaff. I appreciate you dropping that link in there. Oh yeah, absolutely. Agreed. It's definitely a must-have. There's definitely some stuff I'd like to build, that's for sure. I even thought about getting the working railroad crossings that Kato has. But I haven't decided whether I want to do that or not. Right now I just got those ones that are on there now, they used to go down. But you know what? They're junk. They didn't hardly work at all, so I was like, the hell with it. So I just pulled them apart and just left them on there just because they got the crossing gate. So that's why they're sitting there. Yeah, glowing jigs, absolutely. Yeah, actually, my wife went to the store and she had bought a 27 pack of little Pringles chips. Then they come in these little plastic containers, and they're curved at the bottom to form to the chip, so the chips don't break. But if you was to take that container and turn it over, it makes a really, really nice cradle to stick an N-scale car into. So I grabbed a couple of those and put them aside because I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Because it's going to work really well to hold the N-scale car instead of having to go out and buying one or making one out of wood or something. Yeah, Vinny's got some for sale on his channel on Amazon, I believe. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. Yeah, I was looking at him on Mike Pfeiffer's site too, because he's got them as well. And he does a lot of unboxing and videos for those guys, because he sells their stuff. And I was checking it out there, and I got double track right there where it runs by, so I'd have to buy 2 more sensors. Which honestly, the thing should come with 4 sensors already. You shouldn't have to go and buy more sensors, but whatever. Maybe one day they'll change it, but I doubt it. Not for the same price anyway. But I told my wife Tracy, I was like, you know what? I think for Christmas I'll let you go ahead and buy me an N-scale steamer, because I need one. The one I got, it barely moves. It's actually a Bachmann one, and it's old. And I think I kind of burnt it up on the track too, but it's small, hardly moves at all. So I'm figuring I'm gonna get me a new one. The 4 different sounds, Jeff. Which one do you prefer out of the 4? An extra 100 to double track it? Yeah. That sounds probably about right. I definitely need to get those lights going, but I'm just waiting for the new ones to come. I'm gonna have to drill holes for those anyway, so I figure when I drill those holes, I'll drill the holes for the other ones. But I think the layout's turning out pretty good compared to the first one I had. First one I had was pretty much all Bachmann track, which sucks. I don't mean to offend anybody who likes Bachmann, but I'm gonna tell you, you could compared to Kato track, Bachmann track ain't worth nothing. Especially when it comes to those crossovers. Matter of fact, Bachmann don't have a crossover. They don't have one. I had one that was a Bachmann one. It wasn't a crossover though. Well, actually, it's not like a double crossover. It's a single crossover, I should say. And that thing broke after like a couple weeks. And I never hardly even switched it. Made me mad. Well, yeah, the Kato track, I don't never have any issues with it. Nut Dragon, how you doing? So yeah, I recommend Kato track to anybody. And if you guys have used the 2, then you know what I'm talking about. Because you gotta, even if you wanted to go ahead and take a piece of Kato track and back it up to a Bachmann track, you gotta cut that connector off the Bachmann track to even do it. Not to mention the fact if you wanted to do feeder wires for a DCC layout, you can't even do that with Bachmann track. That word starts a war. Well, you know what? I've had both, and I know what they're about. And, if it upsets people, oh well, but Bachmann sucks when it comes to track. Now, their engines, that's a different story. I got 4 Bachmann engines. I don't have no problem with them. But their track, horrible. Throw it into the, junk pile and trash, whatever you want to do. Or sell it on eBay. That's what I did with mine. I just put it all on eBay and sold it. Absolutely, Unitrack is awesome. And you ought to check out the Unitram track too, because that stuff, I'm telling you, it works good for a yard. Especially when you go to add a car onto it, because you just stick the car on there and just kind of move it around a little bit, and the wheels fall right in, so you don't have to use that little blue tool that comes with the track to get it onto the rails. Yeah, they are good. And they're definitely getting better too with their locomotives. The last two Bachmann locomotives I bought, I got them on sale. They came from Micromark, and I ain't had no issues with them at all. Not one. As long as they work and they work well, I'll buy more of them. But of course, everybody says that the Kato locomotive is like the Cadillac of them, and it might be. I don't know. I don't have a Kato locomotive. I just know that the Bachmann stuff works for me as for right now. So if you guys, is anybody in here got a Kato locomotive? Have you ever ran one compared to a Bachmann, or do you have any issues with any of them? Yeah, Tony, I agree. I need that blue thing. Can't see that well. What blue thing you referring to, Jeff? What scale? Well, I'm N scale. Bachmann Easy Track is restrictive, yes. But Kato track isn't really that restrictive, because you can take a piece of Kato track, you can cut it, and form it any way you want it, really. Can't really do that with Bachmann. But I gotta say, I did have the Bachmann turntable, and that thing worked out really, really well. But, I sold that with all the Bachmann track when I sold that. One of the things that I didn't like about it, and I'm going to say the same thing for the Kato turntable, you can't go in there and really weather it at all, because it's, it's right up against the plastic for the part that turns. So you can't do nothing with it. So if I was to get a turntable, another one, it's definitely going to have to be a Walthers turntable. Because at least with that one, you can go ahead and weather it and make it look right. Can't do that with a Bachmann or a Kato turntable. That's the only one thing about Kato track I don't like, is just that. Yeah, Toy Man, those lights on your layout are looking pretty good too. How's it going there, Scrumptious? Oh yeah, the Kato retailer, yeah. And how is your Kato engines working there, Jeff? They still running strong? Any issues with them at all? And Scrumptious, what about you? Do you got any Kato engines on your layout? Hey, David. I don't have any Kato engines. That's why I'm asking you guys, because I'm curious as to what your guys' opinions are of the Kato, locomotives compared to like the Bachmann ones. And Scrumptious, with all those locomotives you got, I can't imagine that you don't have a Kato one. Okay. I haven't gotten around to picking one up yet, but I'm always on the lookout, because I go onto eBay here and there and I look for that kind of stuff, and if I find something that's worth getting, I will. But I'm extremely, extremely skeptical about buying an engine on eBay, because there's just been too many people who's been burned. So if I did get one, It's definitely going to have to be with PayPal. And Atlas, Kato and Atlas, okay. Yeah, I haven't ran an Atlas engine at all on mine. They're all Bachmann engines. Except I do have two DC engines that are not Bachmann. Actually, I don't know what the hell they are. All I know is they make a lot of noise when they run. And I can tell that they're old too. Well, they're probably about 20 years old, if not more. And I let them run every once in a while. And they run strong still, so that's all good. Yeah, I'm talking about buying an engine off of eBay. I've known some people, you know, who's had issues with that, you know, that they're just they just get burned on them. So I'm kind of skeptical about that, but I will, you know, but it's not going to be it's going to be a situation where I use PayPal in case I get scammed. Yeah, so when it comes to the couplers, don't I know, man? I got couplers I need to change out, and I just don't want to do it. They're just too small. But I know I have to do it at some point. And what I'll probably end up doing is just changing one end of the coupler and just leaving the other ones the way they are. That way they can still hook up to the other running stock that has the old style couplers. But I got lucky though, because when Joe G sent me that Firehouse Whiskey car, it had good couplers on it, so I was happy about that. Probably got the best couplers out of all the cars I got on here. But yeah, I'm just not ready to change them out as of yet. You ain't got a place to put the layout, Gaffer? I got mine sitting in the corner of the living room. It's in like an 8x8 space. Because the layout is actually, it's 8 foot long, 3 foot wide, and then because it's 3 foot wide, it comes off another 5 foot off the other end, kind of like a L shape. But it's actually, if you was to measure from end to end going to the corner, it would actually be 8x8 and 3 foot wide. Cerebral Killer, how's it going? Just got the trains running around and just chatting, playing around with the OBS. I'll let you guys see the night version of this, see what you guys think. Here's the night version right here. And it's got the lights are right there lit up, you know, for the yard. That's what it looks like when it's like completely dark in the house and this thing's running. And as you can see, I definitely need to get more lights on the layout to make it look better. And I'm getting there. I ain't got around to it yet. Like I said, I got some on order. So once they get here, I plan on doing that. I'm going to do a live stream of installing those lights in those buildings. So that's going to be fun. Yes, I know. It does, Gaff, it does, but I definitely need more lights out there. Yep. I like it too, but I'm really excited about getting those other lights here because those are going to look sweet once I get them installed and get those buildings lit up. It's going to make a big, big difference. So there's a good picture of the yard that doesn't have the lights lit up yet. And there's one of my DC engines right there running. Matter of fact, there's one right there in front of that bridge. It's got the green top. But I have no idea what the make is of them. Trains are fun, let me tell you. How you doing tonight, CSX Trainmaster? So, Toyman, what are you going to be working on next on your layout? Absolutely, absolutely. Everybody hit that like button and support each other. Support the channel if you haven't already done so. One of the things that you got to love about the YouTube is the diversity. It's very, very awesome. A lot of good people out there on YouTube. I'll be doing another video tomorrow, but it's going to be a drone video because I'm expecting my newest drone to show up tomorrow. It's a Furry-Bee F36. So once I get that, I'm going to charge it up and fly it and do a video on that. So I'm looking forward to that too. So some exciting stuff going on. Yeah, don't use the word sub because for some reason Yahoo, oh my goodness, YouTube wants to go ahead and, you know, they just don't like the word sub for some reason. So yeah, support is the best word to use, no doubt. I guess they mark it as spam when you say sub or subbed. Yeah, support is better. Alright, Tony, you have a good night, and I look forward to checking out your videos too, because your layout is looking really sharp as well. Absolutely. Everybody needs a drone in their life. Drones are really, really cool, and you can get them for pretty cheap. You know, you can pick up a drone for like $20 now. So if you guys ain't got a drone, or you got kids or something, you're thinking about, you know, a nice little Christmas gift, get them a drone. They'll love it. Get a little small one that you can fly around inside the house for around $20. They're really, really cool. And of course, everybody should get everybody a train set too. Gotta have that. I saw a video the other day for what was it? It was a Halloween train. They had markings on it, and they had the box cars, you know, kind of boarded up, you know, like an old house would be. Zombie stuff and a little ghost face on the front of the engine. It was pretty wild. And then, you know, Cato's also got that Christmas train, which is really, really cool looking. If you guys haven't seen that, you got to check that out on the Cato website. But that Halloween train they had was pretty sharp too. The only problem is that they didn't offer it in N scale. Well, cerebral killer, that's why you go ahead and get one of them small ones that you fly inside the house. My smallest drone is about half the size of a business card. And I was flying it inside the house, hovering it basically over the table. And, of course, my dog tried to eat it, but she wasn't able to. It was a little bit bigger for her mouth because she's a small dog anyway. But I'll tell you what. When I had my first layout, I had it sitting on the kitchen table, and me and my dog was, I was sitting there at the kitchen table watching it go around, and it wasn't going fast. It was going kind of slow, and I'm just sitting there watching it go, working on some stuff. And my dog, is sitting there. She's got her paws up on the table, and she's just like turning her head, watching it go from one side to the other. And then it came around the corner, and what does she do? She removed it from the track for me. Just reached out and bit it and took it off of the track. Had it in her mouth. Had to reclaim it from her. And I wasn't mad. That's what dogs do, I guess. It was funny. It would have been cool to have that on video, to be honest with you. Molly, you gotta go potty? Come on. Let's go potty. She wants you to go potty. That's my smallest dog. Tracy's making her go outside. No, I said Tracy was making her go outside to go potty. She likes to use that word potty. Alright, Ron, you have a great night too. I gotta tell you, I've got 3 dogs, and my smallest dog is a wire-haired terrier. She's pretty much almost about the same size as my small Chihuahua. And then I've got another dog. It's a Dachshund, and it's not stretched out like a weenie dog. It's kind of in between, supposedly in between a Chihuahua and a weenie dog, which I think is baloney. But my smallest dog, the wire-haired terrier, she's bit Tracy a few times. Tracy gets mad when that happens. But it's been a while since she's gotten bit. But my medium-sized dog, he was sitting, on my lap, and I'm here playing with its ears. Then out of nowhere, he bites me in my face. That really pissed me off. But he was new to the house, and he was still a puppy. I say he was still a puppy. He wasn't small. He's fully grown, but he's still really young. And we got him. He was abused. So the dude that had him, locked up in a garage on a chain and just fed him SpaghettiOs all day long. So he was abused. So I don't really blame him for it, but I didn't like it at the same time, if you know what I mean. Too many dachshunds? Right on. But I told Tracy, after these ones are gone, I'm not getting no more. 3 dogs and 3 cats, that's just way too much for me. And she's laughing. She's like, yeah, I'm the one who feeds them and waters them. What do? You just have the one sit by you and you pet it all day long. Which is what, to be honest with you, it's true. I don't feed the dogs unless I have to. And I don't go out there and clean up their poo either. I let her take care of all that stuff. I don't want nothing to do with it. Nobody likes going out in the yard and cleaning up poop. Except for Tracy, she likes doing it, she says. How is cleaning up dog poop relaxing?
Because I don't want them to have a big old yucky litter box out in the backyard. I want them to have a fresh, clean state. And I love them.
Gaffa says he's got 2 black cats.
Keep them in during Halloween.
She said keep them in during Halloween, if you didn't hear her. I want to get a new microphone too. This one, you know, I'm using right now is off of a headset, and I don't really like it that much. No, the one that you got is junky. I want a studio one. It's about $75. Just another thing to add to my list of stuff that I need to buy. Along with the green screen. Need one of them too. Matter of fact, I did a video the other day that I was trying to use a makeshift green screen with. The lighting in the house really wasn't that good, so it didn't turn out that well. Kind of looked like, you know, like a gray ghost in the background. But hey, at least I got to play around with it and figure out how it works anyway. So I'm happy about that. So I guess we don't have no Sparky and no Vinny tonight, eh? No Container Man. Maybe another day for them guys. I think I might do another one of these live streams before those guys come on. But Jacob, I don't want to step on you neither, brother. I didn't mean to actually come into your stream and grab your guys. Although I did want Toy Man though, because he gave me that wrench when I didn't want it, so I wanted to return the favor for him. So that was fun. And it doesn't hurt to have a couple moderators anyway, other than just the Nightbot. Which I do like the Nightbot because he gets a chance to shout out, you know, the other channels. So that's cool. So what do you think, guys? So you think the background looks pretty good then for this live stream? Gaffa, you know what? You got a wrench just because you need to have one. That way if you need to hit somebody over the head, you got something to do it with. Plus that Jacob said to give you one. So congratulations. Okay, Jacob, I can do that. I'll probably do that after we're done doing the live stream stuff. Which I'm not going to keep it going too much longer anyway, because I need to get in there and grab me something to chow on. Thanks. I think. No worries, man. No worries at all. Another one of the things that I like about this OBS thing right here, and I've done it once already, you know, is that I can sit here and just leave this video running because it's on a loop anyhow. It'll actually run. I can let it run all night long, and then people can just pop in, pop out, whatever they want to do. And it's especially handy for those who, you know, are in another country or something. It gives them a chance to get on and, you know, see what's going on with my layout, which is cool. Yeah, this is just taped. I mean, I went over to the train table earlier today and, you know, taped about 10 minutes of the train running around at different camera angles. When I told you that I was waiting for that video to upload earlier in your live stream, that's what I was referring to, was this video right here. I was waiting for it to upload so I can get it put onto the OBS. So it's just on a continuous loop, so it'll just sit there and loop like this for as long as it's running. How you doing there, Jerry? That's one of the good things about the OBS. You can do that stuff with it. And there's like 4 different videos on here. That's why I was switching between them. Like I showed you the night scene. Let me go back to the night one. It'll switch over here in a minute if you haven't already, if it hasn't already. See, that's just a recorded video too. And they're all actually like that. I can just run whatever video I want. I just got different names for them is what I got. Then I got another skull in there for the transition, which, you know, he just blinks really quick. So Jerry, I hope you're having a good night. I hope you like trains. That's what we pretty much do on the channel here. I talk about trains and stuff. If you haven't supported the channel, you know, go ahead and do that. Hit the like button. Check out everybody else's channels. Take away his wrench. Nah. He likes the wrench. Wrenches are good. That's weird. TV screen went away, but it was still playing sound. That was interesting. But yeah, I mean, I've definitely let it run overnight before. It actually ran, I think, 9 hours. It was broadcasting live. And yeah, and people actually came in and, you know, viewed it, left comments, stuff of that nature. So that was really cool. Probably have to do that again. You got some serious payback for him, eh? Gaffer, do you do live streams? I don't think I've ever caught a live stream from you. Do you do the live stream or what? Usually it's like Sparky or Toyman or Vinny or Jacob's been doing them lately. Tony does some. He doesn't? Okay. They're fun to do. They'll definitely help with your watch hours, that's for sure. And when you got an active chat, it really helps, you know, with getting stuff to talk about. Not a hope. You don't actually have to be. Do you see me on camera, Gaffer? Come on. I'm not on camera. You don't have to be on camera. Hey, Jerry, it's N scale. Most of these guys in here are running HO, but this one here's N scale. But Gaffer, you don't have to be on camera. I'm not on a camera right now. Although I have been on camera. I was playing around with the green screen the other night and got the camera going, and of course it was just it pretty much had me like a shadowy looking figure, but that's alright. It would have been a lot better, but the lighting in here isn't that great, and I didn't have an actual green screen, so I tried to make it work the best I could. If you guys want to see it, it's on one of these prior videos from a day or two ago, I think. Took you long enough to get some content up. I hear you. What about talking? I mean, you ain't got no issues with getting on like to a microphone and talking, right? Or do you talk in your videos at all? I know I do. Especially when I'm working on something. And I gotta tell you, man, I can get pretty vulgar too. Some of that stuff just makes me mad, and I take my frustration out on it. You know, like a bolt or a nut when you're trying to get one of them screwed off or tightened up or whatever, and it doesn't want to move for you. I got some colorful language to use for those things. And I would use it now, but it wouldn't be very appropriate because I'm trying to stay, you know, like family friendly, you know. But yeah, I kind of talk to those things, you know, like if I was trying to get a bolt off of a car and it wasn't doing anything, I would call it names. Colorful names. Which, you know, it makes me feel better to do it, so that's why. If that makes sense. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Alright, well, I've asked so many questions, so many things have been said, I don't know what the yes, I do and the no, I don't is for. You have to remind me there, Gaffa. So is it yes I do talk or no I don't talk? Oh. Okay, I gotcha. Absolutely. Okay, I gotcha. So I guess you get pretty colorful with the language too then, eh? Alright, Kyle's HO, you have a great night, and next time I do a live stream, you know, pop on in. Well, Gaffa, you're not the only one I got this from Australia, so no worries there. Matter of fact, I didn't see Chopper's rules come in today. Usually he comes in. He's from Australia. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, you should check it out. He's actually getting ready to build a train that you ride around on. So that should be pretty fun. It's normally Australian language. Alright, I gotcha. I understand. Yeah, Chopper's cool, man. I like Chopper a lot. I was kind of hoping he would come in tonight, too. Especially like his fishing cart that he did. That thing's pretty wild looking. Yeah, that's his channel right there. You guys need to check out his channel if you haven't checked it out, man. He's got some good content on there. He's also, well, he had a train set, you know, but he said that he had thought that he had some of it laying around, but I guess he looked and couldn't find any, but he plans on getting another one. But he also said that he wanted to go ahead and do another one that you ride around on. He had done one before. Now he wants to do another one. Yeah, check out his channel. He's a pretty good guy. Great content. So, I know you said that you know him. Have you, like, met him in person or anything, Gaffer, or no? Yes, he does keep his language civil, absolutely. He is a good guy. His dogs too. He's got one of them is a rescue dog, which is awesome. So I guess you could pretty much say that for one of my dogs too. The one that bit me in the face anyway. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Hold on a minute, guys. Just looking around on YouTube real quick just to see if anybody else is doing their live stream tonight that's doing trains, but I don't see anybody. The only one that I see on there is the Pusa Studios, which they're great people if you guys haven't checked them out. CXX Trainmaster, I think you went into Pusa Studios live stream and got banned, didn't you? Or they threw you out or something? Still, I don't understand how you went into their stream and got tossed out of there. That is still beyond me. Especially when they're a people channel, shout out channel. Still scratching my head on that one, brother. Good. That is awesome. See? That works. They're good people, man. They are. Cool. Very good. Very good. Yeah, they're doing a live stream right now, actually. Alright. Oh, you're gonna go ahead and do your stream? Okay. Well, that is cool. Yeah, go ahead and throw your link in there, Toy Man. That way everybody can swing over there, because I'm getting ready to shut this one down. So yeah, throw your link in there so everybody can grab it and swing over to your channel. You got to get back to work. Well, it's been fun to have you in here tonight, Gaffer, that's for sure. There's Toy Man's link right there. Alright, everybody that's in here, go ahead and click on Toy Man's link and then check out his channel. He's going to go live here soon. I'm going to go ahead and end my stream, you know, because I got some things I got to do real quick anyway. But definitely click on the link for Toy Man, check him out. He said he's going to go live here as soon as I shut this one down, so yeah, let's everybody just swing on over there and continue having a great time and great conversation and continue with watching trains. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and kill the stream. I appreciate everybody coming in and hitting that like button and supporting the channel and supporting everybody else's channel. So y'all have a great night, and remember, it ain't a mountain if you don't climb it.